In this segment, we're still carrying on rounding off. But in this case, we're rounding off to the nearest thousand. Okay. Still the same method of splitting up, but we can quickly go because I explained that before. First example, look at this. Round off to the nearest thousand, 6501. Obviously, if we're too quick, you can go like 7,000, 6,501 to the nearest thousand is 700. If you look at that, you don't have to look at my split out there. 6499, less than 500, stays 6,000. If you're rounding this off. Cool. And then we're rounding off to the nearest million. Still, nearest million, you're looking at, this digit. Once it's less than 5, it stays this. 4 and so many 0, 0, 0, 0 will be to the nearest million. And if you look at that, I split that up, but because this is 2 is less than 5, I remain with 4 million. It's how we do it. Okay? Let's look at the next example. This one will be 9999999. Okay. So many 9s, but this 9, the fact is greater than 5. And then where do you go? You go to the nearest million, which will be 4 million. Okay. The next one will be rounding off decimal numbers now. Okay. Rounding off decimal numbers is what we have been expecting. And I know you understand the stuff. We can quickly flow. Rounding off decimal numbers. Firstly, I will explain as I give the first example there. Look at this, 25.6578. But the question says round off to 2 decimal places. Just 2. Decimal places, we mean this. Leave out, this is the whole part, 25 is fine. Decimals, we're referring to this. We need only 1, 2. But what do? Once we're rounding off to decimal places, we're looking at the immediate number on the right, which is 7. Once this number is 5 and above, we add 1 here. This is the rule that says. It says if this number is from 5 and above, add 1 there. So this will roughly be, look at this, what I've been explaining. Look at the third decimal, which is 7. I explained that. Then add 1 to the second decimal. Then you're expecting 25.66. That must actually be the answer. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. 25.66. Decimals, easy. Okay. Now let's look at this. We're still rounding off to to 2 decimals, but 0.12222 is recurring. Have a look now. Before we talk of the answer, 0.12 to 2 decimals, look at the third. The third one is still 2. What about it? Okay, it's 2, yes, but what about it? It is less than 5. If it's less than 5, this must stay. It doesn't get any bonus. It stays as 2. Leave it. This is why we have 0.12. Cool. Next example. You will look at this. To 2 decimal places. I've got 999. I like this thing of 999 because we just do more work there. Cool? Look. The third decimal is 9 greater than 5. What says the rule? The rule says add 1 here. I'm going to add 1, but it's already 9, sir. Then it goes to 10. Then it changes the whole 0.79 into 80. But mathematically, we don't say 8.80. I used to hear most people saying 0.80. We don't have such. We say 8.80, whereby you can even skip this 0. But look, since we're asking rounding off to 2 decimal places, we need to see those decimals. Even if it's 0, we know that mathematically we can leave that 0 out because it's the last number or the last digits on the decimals. We can leave it out, but I need to see it, otherwise you lose marks completely. Leave it as 80. We proceed. Let's look at the next example, which is 8.996. Okay, rounding to 2. Yep. 9 there, whereby we have to add 1 to 9. What do we have? 10. But we can't just write it 10. 0, leave 0. Carry on. Sure, it's 10 again. Then it affects the whole part now. Can you see? Sometimes rounding off can keep on carrying on, like affecting the whole part. But let's see. Do you agree now that 8.996 will be 9.00? If we are to round off, this affects that, that affects that, that affects that. Okay, then we have 9.00. Cool. We're still on rounding off, but this time to a whole number. If you looked at my example, the last one was 999 going to the whole number. And then this time we're rounding off to the whole number. Have a look. 3867.235. Whole number, we're looking at the first decimal, is 2. Guys, 5 is the boss. The point of reference, or the number of reference, is always 5. 2 is less than 5. Good. You leave this as 3867, meaning a whole number is the number without decimals. You remove these decimals, throw them away. How? Then you look at the first decimal, it is less than 5. Then you get 3867. Right, guys? Rounding off to the whole number. Look at the first decimal, or the digit after comma, or the first decimal, yes? And then if it's 5 and above, add 1 to the unit digit, then you're fine. If it's less than 5, then keep it. Don't add anything. Cool. I know that you understand the stuff. This is why I'm saying bye.